Hey everyone, it's Joy here for ReverseConfetti. I made 4 4-bar cards for you today, and I'm going to show you how I mass produce these quickly and simply. So let's get started. Okay, so I trimmed out 4 pieces of cardstock, 4 white pieces of cardstock, 4-bar size, which is 3.5 inches by 4.875 inches. And I have to say, I really like 4-bar cards, especially for thank you cards, because I think these are so quick and simple. And I feel like besides birthday cards, you need a lot of thank you cards. So this is a perfect way to just do this quickly. These 4 cards from start to finish took me about 45 minutes, so not very long at all. I am using the Sending Smiles stamp set. There also is a coordinating die, but obviously I'm not using that. And I have my Misty, and I've laid out 1 flower and the set of leaves on one side. So here's one way to make this go quicker is stamping on one side, flipping your cardstock around, and then stamping on the other side. This is going to make the design go much quicker. So I'm going to do this for all 4 cards. So I'm going to stamp it on the one on the bottom there, and then I'm going to flip it all the way around. And now I can stamp it on the other side. So you're going to have like a mirror image, kinda, maybe. So you get what I mean. So I am using some yellow inks and kind of a tealish green. I'm also going to bring in a pink because I think these colors are just so super fun for the summer. And once I show you that I did this all 4 cards, I'm going to shorten it just a little bit so we don't have to see all of that. So here is the pink, and then that same kind of turquoise green for the leaves. Now I was going to stamp the pink flower on the flip it around and stamp it on the top, but I actually decided not to, and I'm really glad because I liked how this design turned out. So I'm actually only going to stamp the pink flower on one side of this card. So the other thing is a stamping positioning tool is, I believe, a must, especially if you're going to be flipping this around and if you have to ink things up a couple times. I mean, I think you could do this without that, but to really get it matching, you're going to want to have some sort of stamp positioning tool. Now in this stamp set, there are some more details that you can add. So some veins for the leaves and some dots for the flowers. And so I'm just coming in with darker yellows and a darker pink for the detailed parts of these images. Now, if you really wanted this to go fast, you could absolutely leave out the detailed parts of the images and just have the other parts stamped, and you could go that route. I wanted to have a little more detail, so that's why I'm coming in and adding this. This stamp set also has the outline drawn for the leaves and the flowers. I opted to not use that. I'm going to stamp the centers of the yellow flowers with orange, and then the centers of the pink with yellow. Now, there's also a lot of white space that you can notice here on the cards, and we're going to do something to kind of not have so much white space, but I actually did not use the Misty for that, but I did do it in mass producing style, and it looks pretty identical. So just hang on for that so that way you can see what I'm talking about. I'm just going to finish adding the little dots to the center of the flowers of that pink flower. So I think this is the last one here. And then I'm going to add the dots to my yellow flower. So I'm just using a darker orange, and I'm using Simon Says Stamp Pawsitively saturated inks for this. I used Sunbeam and Citrus, Peony and Rose, Tropic and AEGEAN, Grapefruit and Mandarin, and then Lemonade. Okay, so here is the center of the flowers, the solid circle, and I'm just using Lemonade to fill in some of this white space. And I'm just going to do this same pattern for each card, and I can just look on the other one and get these pretty lined up. I don't think you're going to notice if it's that different, but super simple with an acrylic block. I think that part would have taken forever in the Misty, so I opted to use an acrylic block. Then the sentiment, just the simple sentiment of thank you, and I'm stamping that in black ink because that's just going to really pop against the background. But you can see how quickly this goes using this Misty and just popping these in place. Now I did trim these down slightly smaller than the 4x4 bar size because I'm going to adhere this to a piece of pink cardstock. I do not make a folding card for my 4-bar cards. You're just gonna write your note on the back, and that's what I really like about these. They're just super, super simple. So I'm just gonna finish with a few sequins, and now these cards are done. Super quick, super simple, super easy, and then see, you can write your whole note right on the back there. I just love these. I love how they turned out, and this Sending Smile stamp set is perfect for this type of card. So thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye.